Just like when you gonna leave a job, you put in your 2 week notice. And that's what we doing here at 94 Feet of Life. We putting in our 2 week notice on the first 2 weeks of the NBA. We gonna just go around the league, man. We don't have a script. We don't have questions. The topics flow as they flow, but we want to dive into these first 2 weeks. Yeah, we know it's early, but man, it's been an interesting first 2 weeks, so we got to get into it. 94 Feet of Life is the Facebook group. Subscribe to the YouTube, of course, notifications on. Daily content on Twitter and Instagram. 94 FOL Hoops. It's the same tag for both of them, man. J Ham in the building, running the Twitter. Trav in the building, running the Instagram. Jay, quick plug, man. What do you Sports 56, plug it for the people.
Well, I spend the day around that joint, so when I come home, I have to wring my brain out. So I had to get that in, and so we can kick this promo again in one more time. From 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I produce the mornings on Sports 56 with my man Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Pretty cool little deal with them. Those are OGs of the building. You know, Greg's been doing the broadcast thing for like 40 years. And he's been broadcasting Tiger games really for the last 30 years. He's not a Memphis guy, but more of a transplant who's pretty much become a Memphis dude. Cool cat. Eli Savoy is the program director and the OG of the joint. Me and Eli kind of have similar visions on a lot of sports takes and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But we have some fun with it. Do that one, and then I come back, and some days I might be the producer of the happy hour with the good homie Johnny Radio, and some days I might be directly across the desk from him. So it's one, it just depends on what it is like that, but we rock out every day right there from 11 to 1. We got the family coming through. We got views for the 22 on Tuesdays during baseball season. We got our guy Jorge representing the dish. He come through. We got MJ Mondays back in effect since he just came back up on the screen just right in time as I'm cutting the promo. Even though he joined us today, y'all can find that in the archives of the Sports 56 app. He was in hour number 2 today on the happy hour. We were glad to come here. Had MJ come through and shed some light on one of the topics we're going to probably shed some more light on tonight, except I'm probably a lot more profane than I was from about noon this afternoon and on Monday and Tuesday regarding that matter. So neither here or there. I'm probably going to hold that Wednesday spot. We're going to probably just talk basketball. Wednesdays at noon with me. And I gotta get my brothers coming through a rotation. Y'all gotta call some time out for me on that one, man. You know what I'm saying? We can rotate that one
Yeah.
like that's the block, you know. So we do it like that. But that's where we at, man. Sports 56. Also, my guy that hosts the 3 to 6 show, Sports Time, Brad Dakis. He's a big fan of ours. He's a hoop head. He's agreed to come on the show with us at some point this season. While I'm that locked up, the University of Memphis beat writer for the Daily Memphian, my man Parthu Paja, super cool dude. He also agreed to join us at several points this season too. So we got some coming down the pike, man. Just stay with us.
Listen, man. It's not, we not taking over Memphis radio. We just simply joining in. It's just a partnership. That's all it is. Shout out to Ham, man, for has created himself an opportunity. I think yeah, Ham is my brother, and I know him like that. But the progression in that short of time, shout out to you. MJ's here, Trav is here. The 2 week notice is out. We will save a good segment on Ja, but I want to kind of start off with, man. This is a really interesting start.
Yeah,
it's really early, but I think there are some of this that is, it's like what was the Swiss Beat song? What's real? What's fake? Some of this I think is very real. And I'm gonna start with on the good side of the real. The good side of the real is in MJ's neck of the woods. with the Bulls.
Okay.
I think this is real. Do I think it's number one seed all through the season? No. Do I think this is a top 5 seed and you could maybe sneak a home court in the first round? Yes. Depth, length, they are a bigger team 1 through 9. They don't have a lot of, other than Kobe. Kobe White is 6'4", is about the smallest player in that first 9. They got a lot of length, they got size, they got guys who could do a lot of different things. And we keep the personal stuff to the side.
Yeah.
Josh Giddey, hey.
He hooping.
He's hooping.
So,
Big Matas, hey.
Listen, let's keep going there. Y'all point out which one that they have in common. Josh Giddey, Mattis, Austin Reeves, Luka. Hey, man, these boys ain't scared of y'all no more, bro.
No.
They don't care. Basketball is a full-blown suburban game now. 100% suburban game. It was going that direction back in 2014, to be real, if y'all wasn't paying attention. It is now a full-blown suburban game, meaning if you have resources, you can get good.
Oh, yeah.
That's simple. And it don't matter where you from. It don't matter what you look like. It don't matter who your parents are. Everybody is capable of giving out work.
Man. And MJ, to your point, and then Trav Ham definitely jump in. That's been one of the themes of the first 2 weeks. You've seen guys, a lot of guys to me who are like that second to third to fourth year have now have taken steps. Just to throw a couple names out, Keontae George in Utah has had a real nice start to the season. You're seeing guys like, even though Orlando is struggling, MJ's guy, Anthony Black, Tristan Da Silva in Orlando playing well. What's my man in Cleveland? Small forward, Jalen. I can't think of his last name. The last name is escaping me. But you're seeing guys now take steps. And then I know Trav, I'll get to you, because Trav, you want to talk about this rookie class, which, we thought everybody was, this is the Cooper Flag and Company class. And it has been anything but that the first 2 weeks. Trav, speak on that.
Jalen Tyson, by the way.
Jalen Tyson played for Cleveland. Trav, the rookie class. All right, JM.
He on mute. No, he got it.
Yeah, repeat that again. I kind of lost track. I was doing something. What was that?
The rookie class. Yep.
As far as
just your thoughts on them.
Hooping. This class is going at you. They don't care. I mean, again, Edgecombe is on something different. Fears, one of our guys, he's on something different. These guys come to play. The one that
Trav froze. So Trav, he'll be back with us. J Ham. Memphis got a rookie on that team.
They do.
Cedric Coward.
Yeah. He's the one bright spot going on, with all this madness that we got. Well, quote unquote madness ain't really no fucking madness to me like that. It's just a matter of simple shit. But yeah, homie's legit, because he make losing Dez Bane the way you had to lose Bane, like, all right, we can rock with this one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, before he even touch a basketball, you looking at him, you like, dude can hoop. You know what I'm saying? He got that look like, just to strut the whole deal. Like, yeah, okay, he can hoop. He couldn't make nothing in the preseason. he was 0 for the world. You know what I'm saying? He was broke. But when the real lights came on, I'm saying this pretty much on Sports 56 anytime I talked about him. He's doing basketball stuff, moving without the basketball, screening. Defensively, he's like a real menace. He's
Yeah.
very Kawhi-esque with the length and the whole deal like that. And he's crafty. He's very cerebral cat. You know what I'm saying? How you go about it. He don't make dumb basketball plays, and you can take his mistakes because they like full speed. You know what I'm saying? He's a hungry cat, want to hoop. It's a good deal, man. He coming in, he averaging like about 15 or 16. You know what I'm saying? Just to start through the first 2 weeks. He getting a lot of good, clock. A lot of people feel like he should start. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm more worried about him being on the floor at the end. You know what I'm saying? When you get in those crunch time situations, he's that kind of winning player that you want to have on the floor. So
Yeah.
yeah, good start for the young fella for sure.
He's had a good start. You've had Con Knipple, who is off to a much better start than I ever thought he was going to have.
I said this was going to be his best year in his career because he got the perfect team around him to just be who he's going to be. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you all right. Go ahead.
No, but once again, see, the thing about it is this game now is specifically about basketball, right? And as simple as that sounds, think about the pressure that it takes off of a human being where the intimidation factor is no longer there. Like back in the day, rookies needed time to adjust, but what was they adjusted to? The physicality. They was adjusted to somebody talking to you and really getting in your head. Everybody knows now it's just basketball. Everybody knows now they are protected under the stripes. If you hard foul me, you're going to be suspended. Whereas back in the day, you get hard fouled, 2 free throws. We'll even fight if you want, and it'll just be like a 1-game suspension, and we just keep it moving. Like, so there is no, if the game is 90% mental, there is no 90% blocking you from showing your 10.
Absolutely.
It's just basketball.
And then we talk about other teams off the hot starts. We talk about San Antonio off to a real nice start. The Lakers with Luka sort of in and out of the lineup. LeBron hasn't played at all, but the Austin Reeves show has been in full effect the first 2 weeks. You go out east, you talk about Philadelphia with little Jimmy Butler and Kai Cenat Jr.
Milwaukee.
Hey.
Milwaukee playing some good ball, but
Milwaukee playing some good ball. And I say this, again, we don't do go rankings or whatever. That damn Giannis.
he different, man. He's different. He's a different ball player. Winning or losing, he's giving you 110%.
What I love about Giannis is that Giannis has proved that there's no age that says you can't improve. Giannis is 1? And is still adding stuff to his game at age 31.
Yeah.
Like when Giannis first came in the league, he was a suspect playmaker. Now, Giannis is a very good passer, makes real good decisions as a power forward, man. So,
and he cracked the code too. When you've seen pretty much everything a defense can throw at you, and all you have to do is just make or miss the read or make or miss the shot, the game becomes very simple. And if it's one thing that I can point out real quick, if you guys don't mind, it's a lot of zone being played right now because NBA defenses have realized us running man ain't gonna lead to nothing but y'all finding the weak mismatch and just cooking the match. There's nothing you can do. If you run pick and roll on me and I got a 7'4" freak of nature, I'm just gonna ask for a ball screen and let him roll to the rim. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I got a 6'8" power forward averaging. I have a 6'8" point guard averaging 40 points a game at LA.
yeah.
I put the worst you put the worst defender on me. It's a bucket. I'm scoring on good defenders. one pick, and you got this dude guarding me. And let's keep it real. If Luka's faster than you on offense, you just go down the other court.
Just go. Just leave him alone.
Because that's the one thing that is the problem. So if he gets a match where he like just as fast, if not faster than you, in addition to the work that he has, it's a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this for the Lakers, and this is not hot take. This is not me trying for clicks and viral or whatever. If this continues over the next 2 weeks, I think it is a legitimate conversation. Not no first take ish. This is not for none. I think it is a legitimate conversation to say, and J Ham and MJ and Trav know my slogan. It never hurts to pick up the phone. And if this continues for another 2 weeks with Austin Reeves and Luka, the old man, I'd put the old man on the block. Let's see what happens. He ain't the future. He's non-committal to you. You non-committal to him. We could break up right now. We break up right now. See what you can get. Somebody in this league, because of their attraction, will throw you something for LeBron.
Not a hot take at all. It's not a hot take at all. That is a reasonable.
I think it is. I think it is worth your time to see what the market is.
Man, they gonna pick up the phone and they gonna sound like Debo. Take your ass home. That's what they gonna tell LeBron. Go home, dog.
What you want?
And to be real, this is the reason why we don't want our generational players and our faces of the leagues overstaying their welcome.
Thank you. For this reason.
This reason right here. It ain't that you're not good. It's how are you going to help us win at the level that you're at right now with your age where you physically could only do so much. And we're on to you. I'm sorry. It's empty calorie stats you're giving. If you can't play defense and do what you do, which you shouldn't be able to at the age you are now, if you can't do that for a whole season, you probably shouldn't be playing.
But here's the issue with it. Not a hot take it off. But here's the issue. 41 is better on the other end than 23 or 24. Sad but true.
Yeah.
That's why you got this. That phone call got to be picked up.
See what
Phone call got to be picked up. But you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. Because at 40, 41 years old, he still is a better player than over 85 to 90% of the players in the league today.
LeBron James is, even being a quote-unquote, I'm not a hater, but if I was being a hater,
we're nowhere near that.
He top 20?
Yeah, top 20.
He top 20 that's me being a hater.
They can send him to the bluff right now. It's in Jerry.
No, but what I'm just saying is this. Like, you know how we're looking at James Harden? Everybody is so critical of James Harden because he's been ran into the ground for all of the baggage he had to carry throughout his career. You can see it in his game. It's just only so much he can give you.
Yeah. And that's been one of my disappointments out the gate too.
Yeah. The thing with LeBron is he hides it different because he picks a side.
Yeah.
It's smart, actually, but I'm like, it's going to do great for your stats, but it's not going to really help your team win.
I think if you're the Lakers, look, Myron, I think you're right. It doesn't help the Lakers. And I think you just have hit the stage where you're better off without them. Even if you're not, quote unquote, championship contender, you are better off seeing if the Luka and Austin thing works. Because if the Luka and Austin thing really does work, you got to build your team around them too.
Mm-hmm.
And to build to the strength of those two. Disappointment for me. Orlando,
Mm.
the
Bangs.
the Clippers.
Okay.
The Clippers to me, it's not going the way I thought it would. I mean, again, all this is early.
Yeah, of course.
It's
2 weeks.
all early.
2 weeks, y'all.
But what I thought was what was going to happen when they brought Chris Paul in. My thought was, yes, Chris Paul is old too. But Chris Paul was going to alleviate some of the duties of the ball handler off of James Harden and save his legs. And that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening at all. I thought bringing in Chris Paul would make this easier for Harden and Leonard scoring wise. That's not what's happening. And then in Orlando, and J-Ham, whoever wanted to jump in, this is not a hot take. We don't say things for click. I saw this on Instagram, and I was like, this might be a real conversation. At what point in Orlando is it? You know something? Bronze Pop. Shouts to my man ASMR Germ. I stole that from him.
Yeah.
His prime had kind of been that way for a minute too. It was like,
Y'all too loud.
Sorry, we sorry.
Loud. Hey man, look. I years ago I gave people the blueprint. I'm gonna say it again because I'm learning that I just got to keep repeating myself until y'all figure it out. Success and failure leaves footprints.
Mm-hmm.
If you are, I don't care how tall you are, if you have to do a spin move to score, or in Jones' turn, you gotta do a spin move to score, you don't got no bag.
Hey, one thing about my man MJ, he is a consistent hater of the spin move.
I'm not a consistent hater of a spin move. I love the spin move. The spin move is an incredible weapon for someone who actually has a bag.
Yeah.
For a person, if that's your only move in your bag, it just stands out like a sore thumb. It stands out. Like, I already know once you get to that block and this dude cuts you off because you thought you were just going to go full speed and blow by him. And all you have, because you have no handle to go behind your back, you have no snatch, you have no step back. I gave 3 possible moves you could have done, but you chose this spin move. I know you have no bag. I'm sorry.
Paulo, I don't like guys who take jumpers when A is unnecessary and your jumper isn't fluid enough for you to continue to shoot them at the amount that you do. Somebody got to tell Paulo, listen, I know this ain't 1985 like me, Ham, and MJ and Trav used to watch, and we don't put people on the block anymore. And I get that. Paulo, you don't shoot the ball well enough to shoot 10 J's a game.
I know you only look like DJ Quick, but you ain't making no hits, man. That's what we saying, basically, man. You just look like it.
Yeah. So Orlando, I don't like it. Dallas, look, I know D'Angelo Russell gets on every coach's nerves. I feel you. I get it. Y'all gotta take Cooper off the point for his own good. For his own good.
You don't need it right now, at least anyway. You know?
Nah, ASAP. No, right now.
That you play the boy Brandon Williams at the point, but y'all got Cooper and to Cooper's. I give this to Cooper. If you told me at 18 years old you average 13, 6, and 7 in the league at 18 years old, I'll take it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It's good stuff.
True.
But you could tell he's not comfortable with this.
That's it.
He ain't comfortable with the primary ball handling thing, and it's okay. I don't expect him to be. But Dallas got to figure out a different offense to say. I know J Kidd loves the big point guards, and he see Cooper at 6'9", 6'10". He think I can do something with that. No.
Don't
No.
waste it. Don't waste his talents like that.
Stop
It's
that now.
again, I'm looking deeper into this. We're about to probably have a historic draft coming up in 2026. Probably one of the best top 5 draft ever, in my whole humble opinion. I've been watching these kids since the 8th grade. I know
Yes, it's a lot to like.
I just think if Kyrie ain't playing, he unhealthy anyway. The man coming off an ACL tear that happened in March. There's no need to rush him. We can set him out for the whole season, and we could flip this and get another one of them. Then we can rock the next year. That's just what it's looking like. So that's why I think the coaching that's happening right now, because Jason Kidd is too smart to do something like this, which means we have to find the intelligence in why he's doing this. And the intelligence in why he's doing this is, oh, you want another first 3 picks. You want one of them top 3. Yeah, no, I see it now. You try to get either Boozer, Darren Peterson, or you try to get AJ DeBosa. I understand now. Klay Thompson is aging, having a Darren Peterson coming up under Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson can, safely retire and, live where he living. And you got Darren Peterson next to Kyrie, next to Cooper Flag, next to Anthony Davis.
Okay.
That's
Now
enough to want to play Cooper Flag at point.
Now we're gonna stay in Texas because I want Trav to talk to me about the Spurs. We're gonna get into Houston, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to the elephant in the room in Southwest Tennessee. But Trav, the Spurs, the 6-2. We've hit on Victor, of course. But talk to me about the rest of the Spurs. Because it's not just Victor.
We said this on one of the shows. Number 1 touches that ball first and last. Everybody else eats off him. And that is what's happening. But you got to come to find out, Vassell can shoot the basketball and he can score. What's my Harrison Barnes? He can shoot the ball. He can score. You got Harper Jr. He can get to the basket. He can shoot and he can score. But one of the main things that we did talk about was Castle. Castle is not settling. He's attacking the basket. He's using his screen and roll as his weapon. And the only thing you got to do is throw it to Jesus.
Hey, as the famous Chris Carter said, ain't no double team up there. You can't double up there. You can't triple team up there. There ain't nothing up there.
Yeah, up there. And then you look at Houston.
Yeah.
And the old man is starting to settle in. He kind of just playing his role of I'm Kevin Durant. I'm going to let y'all settle in, but I'm still averaging these 26. The efficiency is still what it is. And they got my guy, my Turkish nephew.
Sengun.
Sengun. I don't know how you pronounce it, but boy, he's something else.
I like him.
I do too.
Man, I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties that I'm at this time, man. But we're gonna get this right. I'm working with it right now. So, but I know I left off on throwing the ball to Jesus and Victor gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get it. And we actually have a bench that actually understands their parts, their roles. And we getting De'Aaron Fox tonight. versus the Lakers. So, like we said, Victor don't need to be standing out there. He's averaging 3 threes a game. I mean, rightfully so, he deserves them. But at the same time, start on 15 to 17 feet and play from it right there. There's going to be certain games and certain strategies that's going to hit, like the Phoenix Suns did. They threw just multiple big man in, just multiple big man, push them out the spot, multiple big man, push them out the spot. And when he got in foul trouble, they went haywire. It happens. It's going to happen. Got 82 games. You're going to get hit. But at the same time, we win in 50, we're going to be in the playoffs. So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. You talk about Houston with Durant and Green. Jabari Smith improved. His game has taken a step up. Houston, one of the better offenses in the league, which is, we coming into the year, we thought it was going to be, defense, but they have offense. Reed Shepherd still not there, but taking strides. But now let's get to sort of and I'm gonna let Ham is gonna lead this discussion because I want to make sure that I'm speaking about this in the most authentic way possible. Ja Morant, the 1 game suspension based off the comments to the media. There's been a lot of talk about what's next. So I'm gonna let Ham sort of have the floor here before we all pinch in, because I want the bird's eye view from somebody who's down, literally almost front row to it. So Ham, talk to us. Where are we at with this?
If they're not careful, they're gonna mess around and chase this dude right up out of town. And honestly, it's gonna be their fault. Okay. This whole blow up from Friday against the Lakers is really based off of, and I saw this when me and Trav was there on opening night as well, against the Pelicans. I'm watching it right now against the Rockets in real time. They down 8 right now. So the style is not so much as the issue. It's the substitution patterns that is the issue, that is like taking dudes, a team full of dudes who play on rhythm. They're not allowed to really get their rhythm established. And people wondering why it sucked and this, that, and the other. But it's like you're trying to play a European style, which is a 40-minute game, in an NBA, which is 48. And these dudes are accustomed to playing within, which me and MJ, we broke this down today on the happy hour with our guy Johnny Radio. It becomes more situational basketball. This is not really a system league in that sense. It's based around the talent that you have on the floor. I think he was on the Knuckleheads when he said this, Stan Van Gundy. He was like, in this league, you're going to learn more from your players than what you will ever teach them, especially your star dudes, because they're the ones that's on the floor. They're in the trenches. You're basing this off of what they see. Then you game plan around it to their strengths and you go from there. What Tomas Isalo is trying to do is condition these dudes to be able to find rhythm within different spurts of just throughout the course of a quarter. For instance, Ja play like the first 5 minutes, first 4 minutes, then he'll pull them for 4 minutes or 5, and then bring them back to try to finish the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But you're throwing the cat out of, he ain't getting a chance to establish his rhythm. Same with Jared. Jared's not being able to get. For one, he's getting back in the same foul trouble that he's been getting in because he don't have a defensive anchor that he's normally going to have. He ain't got Zach Edey right now. He ain't had Steven Adams in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So now he's struggling also to try to find position to get himself going offensively. We had Brevin Knight on the morning show yesterday, and Brevin was like, yo, we got to just get Jaren the ball back where he wants the basketball. Just that simple. It is what it really feels like is that Tomas Isola, what he's trying to do, eventually the NBA is going to catch pace to this, and they're going to start playing the way that but it's not right now. You don't have the personnel to do it. You don't even have the active personnel to do it. This is why the struggles are. The game winner from last week in Phoenix. Mind you, this team has 3 wins and Ja has sealed 2 of those wins. And you suspend him? But fine him. Fine, okay. You fine him on that, but you don't. Johnny Radio said it's Monday, Tuesday, and today. You don't cut your nose off to spite your face, man. You can't suspend the man while you already in the hole, basically because he's frustrated about what's going on. You didn't like his response. You're not going to sun him, okay? He's a 26-year-old dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a little boy no more. And please, these people around town, these media people, all y'all, I beg y'all, stop questioning who he has in his corner, in his inner circle. Stop bringing his dad in this mix.
Jesus,
Jay, let me go with Jay.
Wow.
Back to you. I want to throw in one. I just looked this up real quick. You talk about the European style that Memphis plays. They have 8 guys averaging 26 minutes. Ja Morant plays the most minutes at 29. That is super EuroLeague. You got 8 dudes playing 26 minutes or more. You throw in another. Let me hold on. Let me put it real quick. I want to see because I will make it. I got this for context. You throw in Cam Spencer at 17 minutes a night. You throw in Conchar at 14 minutes a night. You are playing a lot of people. Like that, I mean, I know we all talk about depth. That is a lot of people in an every game rotation. Ham, go back. I'm gonna go back to you.
Hey, before you go, I got a question for you.
Oh boy. You ain't.
Why is it now YN versus maturity with Ja Morant?
You knew where I was going before I even got on the path of it.
Because that's what I'm seeing now. They just like, he's not mature. He should take on that every time he gets on the floor. He should play 110%.
Petulant was the word that's annoyed me since Monday. Like, what? Petulant? Because the way they screaming petulant is like, I'm attaching petulant and y'all saying he's spoiled and all that comes with being uncoachable. When has Ja Morant been uncoachable?
I got another question for you, Ham.
He might be too coachable.
Thank you.
And who are the people that can judge this man to say that he's not giving it all he got on the floor? Who are you? Did you play in the league?
Now I will say this, and MJ definitely drop your 2 cents in. Ham certainly as who's on the ground.
You sure?
There are three guys who I think we all have a pretty decent respect for. You talk about Matt Barnes, Carmelo, and Lou Williams. Have all this week sort of said, in so many words, young fella, I get it. However, some of this is on you.
Yeah.
So again, I want Ham to.
I think I said the same thing when everybody was like, part of this is on him. That prefaced it to begin with. That part of this is on him. However, when we get to where we are, I think anybody will be frustrated for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just the nature of it. We've had an extensive conversation about this really since Monday, on Sports 56. Greg Gaston pretty much said he talked with a coach in the league earlier, about this, just a couple of days ago. He said that coach is like he'll never get that. He'll never be successful trying to run that in this league. Not right now. Because it's not ready to catch up to that just yet. But I respect, he tried to pioneer something, but this ain't the time to really try to be the pioneer. And here's the thing. Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy, shout out to them. They continue like, well, they can't just fire the coach. Oh, you can fire the coach and the GM who decided to make the decision to bring this coach in, to go away from a style which won you 56 games, which is a franchise record. Then you follow that up with another 50-plus game season before stuff started, injuries and off the court issues start coming into play. You didn't keep the main thing the main thing. You went away from what was working to try to optimize to something new that really is not going to fit. We say it on this show all the time. Whatever percentage you want to attach to it, it can be high. But that high percentage of people in this league that are not successful, they try to do shit that they ain't got personnel for.
Yeah. MJ.
Huh?
Go ahead. Floor is yours.
All right. It's a lot to take down, but we'll do it this way. So the real about this is the problem they got with Ja has nothing to do with basketball. It has nothing to do with basketball. Mm-hmm. It has all to do with trying to take this talent and teach this talent how you're supposed to conduct yourself and how you're supposed to see this as a privilege. And anytime a talent doesn't do that with certain people or certain areas, like it's almost like a saying, like, it's an unspoken code. You don't like fight your coach. You don't disrespect your coach. It's also an unspoken saying to, talk bad to the media. Like, he's breaking all of these rules right now. And now it's making everybody on the outside looking in and saying, well, who are you to feel like you could be different?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And let's just keep it real. You know who he is? He's the dude that got y'all to a Western Conference Finals in his second year. He's the dude who knocked out a championship team in the play-in. He's the dude, if healthy, when you had the right pieces around him, is an NBA champion contender. Y'all see how OKC look right now? Ja, without the BS, it was probably going to happen that way.
MJ, I got a question for you.
Sure, I'm here.
So, Melo had something to say, right? Melo said something about this, right? But what is Melo doing right now on his podcast? No. Let me set the table up for you.
Okay.
So, he was at New York, right? Certain coach named Phil Jackson came there, started doing the triangle offense. Guess who he was blaming because he was breaking?
He went out. You could tag me in on this. It's no different.
You mentioned that today too.
I did. This is how you see the secret.
On that same route that Melo and Phil ended up on.
So let's just say this. Understand what Ja is from a basketball standpoint, and then we could talk. Ja Morant is a superhuman athletic attack guard. Mm-hmm. It's one of the few people that have played in this game that you literally could say there is no defense for him if he decides to go downhill.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weapon. Why on earth would you not utilize that weapon in control as much as you can? I'm not saying you have this dude go in his bag the whole game because we know the injury issues. As smart as you are running this system, you can't run zoom action to get this man to turn the corner.
Y'all know that game winner he beat up the Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
After that game winner, you know how normally he'll go over and do the post game, right there with whoever the young lady or whoever it is that's interviewing. Mm-hmm. He didn't go do that. They were trying to pull him over there for that. He was that frustrated. Damn, that's Wednesday.
Because in his mind, he like, what took y'all so long?
Yeah, I mean,
like it's really taking you this long to figure out that all you got to do is just use Jaren Jackson.
When just read, they were down. These motherfuckers down 21.
That was quick. That was quick.
Yeah. But Melo, but like I said, Melo, now you want to talk about how Phil Jackson did y'all, how he did you, but you was going through the same thing. You was going through the same thing.
And once again, like, because I'm not anti anybody. I'm just pro great basketball. So I'm not saying what the coach is doing is wrong. I'm just saying if it's not in alignment with your personnel, then you can't force that personnel.
You can't force it to work.
Like Steph Curry, I think would be incredible if you just ran him the pick and roll through the whole time. But you could build a different system around Steph Curry because Steph Curry has another gift, which is moving without the ball to create a shot. So now you can create other things to complement the gift. Everything that you do, if it's not complementing the gift, now it becomes arrogant. And now you're trying to make this game about you.
KYP, know your personnel. That's what the coaches got to understand. That's what the players got to understand.
I think you also have this too. And everything that y'all saying that I agree with. But I think what also comes too is the move, and again, Ham can speak to this once he's able to come back. Once you do things that are untrustworthy, what happens next is, should we actually build this around you?
Of course.
And be it the gun, be it some of the stuff that's happened off the court, be it the injury history. And one of the things I would ask Ja Morant, so let's say Memphis is not your last stop. All right, cool. You sick of Memphis, you sick of the coach, you want to go. My question for him is, what's going to be different at the next stop? What changes at the next stop? Are you going to become more available at the next stop? Because one of the rumored destinations I heard was Miami. We know how this go in Miami.
Hey man. I got a nuke it right now.
Okay.
I got a nuke on right now. Straight up, I don't think dude want to go nowhere.
Okay, fair enough.
Ultimately, but if they keep fucking with him, it's gonna be obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he really just want to hoop. It's really just that simple with dude. He had his trip out or whatever a couple summers ago. Okay, he was 23 years old. He's 26 now. You know, he's trying to put it back in the proper perspective and everything. But he liked being here. I said something to y'all yesterday that I knew that y'all would understand. And I said it to a couple other people, and I say it right here now. Historically, our city is not really built to handle a superstar of his caliber from the social standpoint. And it's not the mass of the base. I talked extensively with my guy John Radio about this. It's not the mass of the base. It's the certain voices who have the power around the city like that. Such as when you bring in Tim McMahon from ESPN to come write a hit piece, basically about your organization and your star player. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't facilitate that, allow that, be that. You can't do that with them like that. And it would be no different with a white superstar simply because of the level of the black population. Just being honest, not to even equate it to a superstar, but look at how they treated Josh Pastner. when he was head coach of the Memphis Tigers. He got ridiculed because he wasn't using profanity. You know what I'm saying? That's how the city worked, though. You know, so but I said that because it's like they want to police his every behavior, such as when you get your joy back. I don't know. We'll see. They didn't like the tone, but what the fuck you expect this tone to be? They just lost. He was 5 for 16. Now they 3 and 7 or what? 3 and 4, whatever it is for the year.
Yeah. He shouldn't be joyful at that point.
How they try to play Cam Newton at the Super Bowl. What you expect this tone to be? Fool, they lost.
Yeah.
What you want you to be upbeat and chipper?
Well, you got to understand everybody has a role in this NBA because it's entertainment. Once they decide that you're the villain, everything gets overanalyzed. When they decided DeMarcus Cousins was the villain, he got overanalyzed, and now that he's talking, everybody like, oh, he has some sense. He always has some sense.
He always has.
Just want to hear it.
Right, but what he got to do.
The big things about trades and all that, I straight up ignored them, especially from that big Basset Hound motherfucker that works for ESPN. I'm on his head right now. For real. Because you just said that you don't mess with dude. Then now you got a full think piece about where you feel it's best for that you think that he should go.
Because you vouch for him.
I don't want him to go either, but I will say this. You better than 38% from the field.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You better than 13% from the three-point line.
Easily.
And where it really shows with him, I can accept you. I can accept shooting slump. I can accept that. I watched 3 games from Memphis. Here's what I can accept. I can't accept dudes that are borderline G League walking you to the basket. You are way too talented, way too athletic for dudes on 10 days to be walking you to the hoop. And to me, that's where he don't have to smile and da-da-da-da-da. But the guy in 2022 would have took that as a challenge. Mm-hmm. When they won 56 games, that guy wouldn't have let that happen.
That's let you know, though. That's letting you know that
that's why something is wrong, because you are letting guys that can't tie your shoelaces do what they want to do.
Real.
And that to me is where for him. And MJ coaches the game. Our man Coach Les is tied to a lottery pick. And yeah, he don't have to be joyful. He don't have to be Russell Wilson.
No.
But sometimes your attitude, your encore, your approach to this on the floor. I don't care how you deal with the media. You talk crazy to the media. I don't care how you talk to the media. Some of that though on the court, nah.
No, you're right.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And I don't want him to go the route. I went to the Hawks Heat game last year. I watched Jimmy Butler sleepwalk for 35 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Watched it happen. I don't want him to get to that place where you just here. I'm out here. I ain't really, because
you know what, Big Shot.
And I think to me, if you the Memphis organization, no, you do not trade him.
Mm-hmm. That's not a question. That's organizational suicide.
You don't trade him. However, we need, whether it's the general manager, whether it's the coach, we need to get this. We need to cut this, nip this in the bud.
Do it, Memphis. Do it, Memphis. Do it, Memphis.
Not a suspension. Like no more.
You were wonderful. You were marvelous. See you.
That was Page. No. Look, I'm the person on the right side of the shoulder telling you, Memphis, do it.
Yeah,
And
both of
Please
I
y'all.
like
do it.
Zach Kleiman. Zach Kleiman's
funny.
a smart young GM. He gonna be fine. Sam Preston made the same mistake. When you don't replenish what got you there, when you don't
Take
keep
you a long time.
It take
Take
you
a
a minute.
long time.
Go ahead and do it, Memphis. Go ahead and do it. You're gonna end up in Seattle.
Man, look, I'm glad they cut his shit off for that because Trav ain't shit. In a great way.
Yeah.
In a great way, because he just wants Spurs to win. Right now, life is
Yeah,
great.
he
The
forced.
last thing he needs is for Memphis to figure it out. So he is rooting for all of the bad things to happen to Memphis right now.
Yeah, I'm not pro trade him because I think also for the you don't like it's like SGA in Oklahoma City. That size market, you don't get one of those every day.
No.
You don't get one of those every day. Memphis is not going to get a Ja Morant tomorrow.
Go
But
on, do it, man.
I think you got to nip it in the bud before it gets out of control. Because we've seen it. Once it gets out of control, then you are at the point in no return. Like at Jimmy Butler in Miami, once it got out of control, it got out of control. Houston
do it, Memphis. Do it. Do it.
Houston,
Do it.
hey, the Spurs with Kawhi, once it got out of control, horses out the barn. James Harden in Houston, once it got out of control.
Hey, my guy John Hart said, "You don't let the biggest superstar in the city since Elvis get up out of here like that."
You got to nip it in the bud now.
Yeah, I mean, but just like with anything, when you get to that point, it starts with the basic form of repairing a relationship, which is communication.
You got to start that now.
Yeah, like
you got to start now.
Coach, GM, owner, job. Just y'all lock it in the room, figure this thing out. It starts right now.
It's so live. We ain't never seen the owner, but like once them folks around here, they think the owner AI, man. They think the owner real.
Look, bro. Look, even Jerry Jones, while he was doing this $100 million oil deal, still got Quentin Williams.
Hey, Ham, you say, listen, Zach Kleiman, come out if you gotta come out the booth and come down to the line. You got to.
I mean, if there was a jump the shark moment, that's probably he the one that made the jump the shark moment overall for him.
Yeah.
You went away from a style you were growing with. And it's like it's funny too because cats leave here that they people thought they were trash like Jake LaRavia and he go get 27 and 8.
I mean, but we ain't. The thing is, this is why it's so important to talk basketball and really listen to people who know basketball, because all of it is based around the superstar. Yeah. If you put a solid player that has a specific skill set around a guy that demands a lot of attention, he's going to look good. Y'all talk about the Desmond Bane and how not good he's looking. You want to know why? Because it's okay to let Paolo Banchero shoot contested jump shots. I'm staying on him because he gonna miss that shit anyway.
Yeah.
With Ja is at the rim, and he might get me a SportsCenter highlight in which 3 or 4 people have to corral when he's on that. And now Desmond Bane gets wide open shots. And even when Ja wasn't playing, you still had Tripp for his foul trouble and all. You still got a 6'11" dude who's shooting 40% from 3 and will bang on your head that you have to worry about. So
yeah, you can't let this get to.
No, you can't.
Like we saw the ending, like when Vince Carter left Toronto. You can't let it. If you're Memphis, you cannot let it get to that point. You can't let it get to that point.
Let the Mid-South Coliseum go bad around here. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Trav is hilarious. I'm sorry. Trav was all of the failure.
No. The reason why This need to happen because it's gonna humble a whole lot of fans. What you gonna miss, and when it's gone,
It's
what you
gone.
gonna do next?
It's not it. Look, we got about 2 minutes left. So, spoiler alert, we probably go, well, I won't be here next Wednesday because I got a work trip, but I will be back on the 19th. I think we're going to do a Thanksgiving tournament preview on the 19th. I'm going to let Trav and Ham handle the business next week on their own. Over the next 2 weeks, what are y'all looking for? Like between now and Thanksgiving, what's the next? What are you like? Hey, what do I need? What do I need to see? Whether it's from a specific team or a specific player over the next 2 weeks.
I'm interested to see how teams adjust to the zone, and I'm interested to see more teams get rid of the drop zone coverage because the guy who's running the pick and roll is now making the mid-range shot. So y'all got to figure something else out. I would say a high hedge will probably work. Bait them into having a higher usage rate. But drop coverage is murder right now in the NBA if you run it, because every guy who's handling the basketball in the pick and roll, guess what? All of them can score on 3 levels now. So stop running that.
Jay, what you looking for over the next 2 weeks?
I'm gonna piggyback off of what MJ was saying about the zone, and I'm gonna start just kind of looking to it like a deep dive of the offensive production against this zone. You know what I'm saying? Just who attacking what, how they attacking from the mid range, from the deep ball. Are they able to like penetrate through the zone and still get easy baskets? There's gonna be some lot of film work and statistics that's gonna be coming to play with that. But shit, I work at Sports 56. I ain't got nothing else to do.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking next 2 weeks, and we talk a team we didn't really talk about. I'm gonna talk about them now. Who had high expectations, but it's not coming together. And I think it's gonna be a move that's gonna be made, and that's up there in the land of 1,000 lakes in Minnesota. Because what you're seeing with Minnesota is a 4-3 start. They currently losing by 20 points to New York as we're recording this right now. Rob Dillingham not playing. Mike Conley not playing well and not playing a lot of minutes tells me that's a team that needs a move at point guard. Because if Rob Dillingham isn't going to play, Mike Conley at 38, 39 is what it is. That's a team I think that needs something to happen. It might need a move sooner than later, because if you have these aspirations of contending in the West, I think Minnesota needs to move. Another team that we need to probably start paying more attention to is what up though? Detroit.
Detroit. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Another team, they play tough, they physical, they doing the same things they did last year. And now they've added some guys that's now making the perimeter shot around. MJ just talked about putting things around your best player. Detroit has put things around Cade Cunningham that fit.
Yep.
It shows.
The dude had 18 assists the other night, man.
And he's not even shooting well. That goes to show you how the balance works. Cade Cunningham is not even shooting well in a 6 because you have a balanced breakfast and you put guys around him to do the stuff you don't want him to do. I don't want Cade Cunningham shooting 5 threes. I don't want Anthony Edwards shooting no more than 5 threes. Why is this man top 5 in the league at 3-point attempted? Why? Why is that the case?
That's the question I had. I had that last year when they were good.
So y'all playing big lineup. Figure out a way to get this man to the elbow or to the paint. I don't care. Figure it out.
Trav, what you looking for over the next 2 weeks?
Now it's time to see the identities of teams.
Yeah.
We're seeing them win games. Now we're finna see how they win games. Like if you're down, if you're down 3 points or 2 points, how you gonna get that stop on defense and how you gonna make that up? How is your identity going to be? How's your identity going to be? I mean, that's what I'm going to see now. We know how Oklahoma City going to end their games. We know
And
it.
they know.
We know it. We know it. We know how Denver going to end their games. We know it. We know how Houston supposed to win their game. We know it. But there's other teams that's out there. They are good teams like Philadelphia. We used to know how they end games. We don't know right now.
Oh, I think in Philadelphia, we know. I think a lot of people just don't want to accept it.
Well, we know who's the person who's going to get the last shot, but how are they going to establish him to be as a dominant force, to be the person who owns the last shot at this point?
I think in Philadelphia is
We know who it is.
I think that thing has turned over on them.
It's the young fella from Big Blue Nation. It's his show.
Is Big Blue Nation. It's the Bahama Breeze.
And
it's Jared McCain.
It's them guys. It's the young fellas.
Listen.
Embiid just got to enjoy the ride and be somewhat of a presence. If he's that Philly team is good. But again, with them, I just got to see how they gonna end it.
How they gonna get there?
How they gonna close the show? How they gonna dump it? If some team that hawk you down and you got to give that jab, you got to get that jab, get back. I got to see that. There's a lot of teams that way. So that's what I'm looking to see. Now I'm looking to see the identity of teams.
I didn't hear that. Well, listen, we will be here next week, probably down a man. I'll be out, but Trav and Ham can more than hold it down next week. MJ, if he can come through, hold it down. Listen, a 2-week notice. We'll be back. We'll be checking in for sure, man. So remember, basketball for the people, by the people. Facebook group, 94 Feet of Life. Instagram, Twitter, 94FOL Hoops on Twitter and Instagram for the daily content. Trav, Ham, MJ.